All right, so $1.5 billion is what Elon invested into Bitcoin. That's billion with a B. Let's get into what he's thinking. I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it, and we're also going to break down the chart. All right, so first let's break down the chart. Let's get into that. Let's look at the weekly and just see what Bitcoin's doing from a bird's eye view. First and foremost, we have this nice push up, and then we have ourselves a pullback. And it doesn't surprise me where it stopped and pulled back to. We were buyers in that area, and we're going to get into where we are a buyer at now on a smaller time frame. So now we're pushing up. It looks like it's just flagging, ready to where it hesitated a little bit. Now it's going to push up. We're also going to tell you where I think that Bitcoin may, on the weekly time frame, kind of get some resistance. And but let's jump into a smaller time frame to kind of look at where we would possibly be looking for an entry here soon. So we have Bitcoin pulling back. We would say that down right here in this area would be our buy. Now, why do we see that as being the buy? Well, there's a difference. There's a difference between actually learning to read the chart, really knowing where buyers and sellers are at, where they're struggling, and just getting an idea of how to read the charts. Okay, there's definitely a difference. So what we want to see is we want to see Bitcoin pull back into this area. We're going to go ahead and call it a zone. And if it can pull back there, I would definitely like to see Bitcoin into the 4180 and be a buyer there. Now, how am I getting that? Well, I tell everybody, I teach everybody, and actually before we go any further and before we get into the thoughts, in the first link in the description box below, there's going to be a link there that routes you over to a page where you can fill out your information. We will reach out to you, give you a call, and we're inviting you to join our virtual trading chat room. What that is you're going to be able to have an opportunity to converse with my team and I. We actually allow you to talk back and forth. If you have questions, we're going to answer them all. We do this a couple times a week. And what if I could tell you between the difference between actually being able to read a chart and really read a chart so you can become profitable? What if I could tell you we could teach you how to read that chart in 3 weeks? Wouldn't that be insane? Now, let's break down Bitcoin a little bit lower. Let's go down to a smaller time frame. We already kind of had the bird's eye view. Now we can kind of get an idea of where we are at. Let's see. So we have sellers in this area right here and here. Let's go ahead and mark that out so we have an idea of where we're at. Now what we're doing is we're just breaking down the charts in a way that we know how to read them. We know that the coming down here may be a good deal, but what's going to happen is Bitcoin will sell off. This is where we'll find other buyers. We want to see it kind of base out right here. If we can get to the top and it could sit there and hold, we could possibly see more upside to Bitcoin. Remember, now we're using the bird's eye view going, okay, Bitcoin's on a breakout right now. Now, if we're looking at symmetry in the market, I like paying attention to symmetry and getting an idea of kind of where it's going to end up. I believe that Bitcoin will probably on the weekly time frame, it's not going to run up there all in one day, of course, but we may see 60 bucks here coming up. Now, I believe it's going to go higher than that, but that's probably the area where we're going to get some more consolidation. Now, if Elon is believing in Bitcoin and he's actually investing in the cryptocurrency and wants people to buy his vehicles with crypto, he's thinking the same thing I am. Let's get into my thoughts a little bit as far as that goes. What I think about Bitcoin is it's like the new gold a little bit. Now, bear with me. I don't think at what price do you buy Bitcoin at? That doesn't matter. What I think is how much Bitcoin do you have? Okay, so let's look at the 3-hour time frame. I really enjoy. I enjoy looking at the 3-hour time frame. I like the way it splits up during the day. It closes the first half hour of the market open, so it gives you that first candle to read, gives you a little more information than the 4-hour chart. But what I'd like to see is I'd even like to see it come back up here and then just throw us a wick down here, and I'd love to be a buyer in that area. But let's make sure, remember that when it has a nice run, any stock, when it has a nice push up, we've got to eat some time off the clock. It's got to cool down a little bit. It's either going to pull back a significant amount, sell off, pull back to a certain point, which we hope it does, or it's just going to hang up at the top, right? Stocks either go up, down, or go sideways. That's it. So that's what we can look for. Now let's wait for a pattern. Let's wait for people to be trapped in their trades. We get into psychology a lot, and that's what we want to wait for. We want to be able to see where there are a good area for a buy. We want to understand what the stock is doing before just jumping in. Okay, so we can wait for this bigger time period. I love waiting for the 3 hour chart to set up. It gives us more predictable patterns, and it gets us and it shows us our daily support and resistance very, very well, because just two candlesticks equals a full day's worth of activity, or plus a half hour. So if you'd like to learn how to read the charts, I mean, really, really well, then go ahead and click the link in the description box below. What's it going to hurt? Just go ahead and try it. We also have reviews there, so check out the reviews, see what other people are saying. It's a virtual trading chat room. We want to converse with you. We're going to teach you live, okay? So you're going to be able to ask a lot of different questions, get an understanding. We completely and utterly tear back the curtain in order to help you guys out, okay? So again, click the link, and don't forget, give us a thumbs up and share the video. It helps the algorithm, we are told, okay? See you in the next one.